Bro, this is crazy. They had the Army Rangers going at it with the Crips in 1989.
All right, go ahead and play
it. Saturday, September 23rd, 1989. An Army Ranger who had just purchased a home on one of Tacoma, Washington's most gang-infested streets quickly became a witness to various illegal activity happening out front of his home. He wasn't shy of confronting it or notifying the authorities, and soon after, he became the target of one of the most notorious street gangs Washington State has ever seen. And after shaking up the hornet's nest one too many times, his home was ambushed by the Hilltop Crips gang, but not before he invited 15 of his Ranger buddies over for a barbecue. 300 rounds, and 10 minutes later, the Crips were fighting for their lives. In 1989, the neighborhood of Ash Street in Tacoma, Washington was an open-air drug market. There were several hotspots, and almost every house on the block was an active and thriving trap house. These gang infestations in the 1980s, born from the crack epidemic.
Hey, I'm going to say this, bro. Whoever this is that put this together, hey, man, they making this thing like it's a little real documentary
For real.
Quality. I'm like, where he even getting all this footage from is what I want to know.
Oh, it's everywhere, bro. It ain't that hard to get footage like that.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do all this type of stuff. So
I'm learning. Yeah, that's what I'm learning right now, bro. It's not even that hard.
Hey, man, we gonna to make some movies too, man. These people out here just doing this and that. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna keep the video going, man.
And they flooded the streets and created an economic downturn that defined the decade. You might remember President Ronald Reagan declaring the war on drugs, or his first lady who was just like, just say no. Oh my God.
Hey, that's big too, bro. That's big. Like, it's kind of well known that what Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan was doing was setting up the black community, putting drugs into the community, but at the same time being like it's a war on drugs. So,
which is a war on you black folks.
That's all it was, bro. You see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was this time. Tacoma was Washington State's ground zero of gang activity, and by the summer of 1989, it had grown blatant, middle-of-the-day type shit, like selling crack to the ice cream man type shit. And this was all fueled by an influx of gang members moving in from California. Tacoma police had experienced nothing like it before, and were really struggling to get it under control, oftentimes not even knowing how to respond to it. Ash Street neighbors consistently called police and called 911 repeatedly and got nowhere. The typical response from police at the time was very mild. Community-oriented policing was a new thing, such as taking bullshit calls and pretending like it's not bullshit.
Yes, ma'am. I know you can't sleep when the dogs are barking.
But community policing was still viewed with suspicion by veteran cops who came up in the 60s and preferred the old ways, like smacking people in the head with their portable radios. At the time, Tacoma Police Chief Ray Fatelin pushed these new community policing programs so far that the Hilltop Crip Gang rose to power.
When the OGs from Westbrook like HTC, when we mounted up in the streets 200 deep, and the bar things had a shootout with cats from Ashland. When the average connected with them Hilltop niggas, had a shootout and chased out from there.
Staff Sergeant William Folk of the 2nd Ranger Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment purchased his home on Ash Street in hopes that the neighborhood would soon turn around. To protect that investment, he was determined to help push the drugs and gangs out.
See, this is the whole problem right here. Why would you move on that street? You knew, man. You knew what was going on over there. You want to just, like, you a ranger. You just on a crib block. Bro, come on, man. What's wrong with you? Man. Go ahead, man. You can go ahead. You can play it, bro. It's wild.
Out by any means necessary, which may seem crazy to most people, but Staff Sergeant Folk was not most people. He was an elite operator who at a moment's notice could hit hard and smash fucking everything. You know, ranger shit. But violence was the last thing the staff sergeant wanted, and he remained optimistic. In the summer of 1989, Folk returned from a December deployment in Panama to find the neighborhood worse than when he left. Along with other neighbors who were honest, hardworking people, he formed a neighborhood group that pressed police, demanding action. The neighbors started making signs, protesting, and taking pictures of the drug dealers. Even as the tension on Ash Street rose, Chief Fatelin made a decision he would later regret. Hamstrung by budget constraints and desperately short on the patrol side, he shifted 4 of 6 officers away from the Hilltop Crime Management Team to launch a community policing pilot project. The neighbors on Ash Street reacted with dismay. Under fire from citizens and the city council, a local Tribune covered the controversy, noting efforts by Ash Street neighbors to monitor the drug activity themselves.
So y'all gonna be the police.
Yeah, they gonna do the police.
Y'all going.
Man,
you see, that's that white privilege, man, right there.
A group of
Man, sit your ass at home and mind your business, man.
Ash Street said they are on the verge of vigilante action because
we're gonna crack down on drugs. Y'all, you don't even know that y'all the ones that bring the drugs in.
After the News Tribune piece, drug traffic on Ash Street slowed, but only so much. Staff Sergeant Folk was used to seeing more than 100 cars pass through his block on any given day, and after the story appeared, it was down to 20 cars. Folk decided to install a video camera in his upstairs window to record the traffic. He organized a neighborhood barbecue as a show of public unity set for 3 p.m. Saturday, September 23rd. He invited neighbors, friends, ranger buddies, and thought nothing more of it. The day of the barbecue, a group of Hilltop Crip gangbangers acknowledged Folk outside of his residence and gave him the gun finger. It came from a car full of Crips. Driving by his house, the index finger pointed, thumb up, a little flip of the hand, and the mouth words, boom, boom.
I don't know. Where's the proof of this? I need proof. He's saying that, but
it sound good, but I'd rather hear this. I'd rather hear this from somebody that was there.
Yeah, like I need to hear the other side of this too, because I can already tell like
how this is gonna go,
bro. Yeah, bro.
I'm sure that exactly, bro. I'm sure this story did not go this way.
That don't even sound like no real. You know what I'm talking about, bro?
So you moved to a high crime infested street, and you didn't want no violence.
You moved to a drug block, not one.
Right. And you didn't want no violence. Yet you got all this tactical training, and you want to do your own little crimes, war on drugs, crime stuff. Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, some don't. It ain't adding up, bro. Something ain't right, bro. I need to hear other sides of it. Like, you feel me? Like, we gonna watch this video, but nah, bro, we gotta go a little deeper into you feel me? Sue is spontaneous and allows Sue spontaneous to start right there for to take it without formal
The gangsters saw the video camera on Folk's house, and a few hours later they returned and threw rocks at it. Someone else took shots at the house and the video camera with a BB gun. Folk and a few ranger buddies then walked across the street to confront the out-of-shape, chain-smoking gangbangers who think they're hard. Folk told them to stop throwing things at his home and
hold on.
See,
hold on. Doing too much, bro.
Bro, why you got them weirdos up there? Like you said, gangbangers. Ain't nothing gang or bang. I mean, it's whatever. Ain't nothing gang about them.
Yeah, I just could tell like whoever put this video together, they probably like anti-hip hop, it feel a certain way, bro.
You already kind of know where it's gonna go, huh?
Yeah, I can feel it. But it's all
you put the island boy.
Yeah, I don't know what they gotta
do.
But that's another thing that's kind of weird to me now. Like, okay, you know how I had them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in Florida got them, people in Jamaica and different places like that be having wigs and different dreads, right? So why now, like, people trying to make the Island Boys the face of wigs? Like, that didn't come from them, but
they not.
I see people in comments talking about, look, real black people that been had wigs comment, oh, you trying to be an island boy. What? Huh?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. They gotta stop now. Anyway, we'll get back to the see in this video too biased, bro. But we gonna see how they play it out. Then we're gonna have to double back and get some of the other side. Cause it's 3 sides to every story.
To stop shooting BBs and to instead turn their lives around and find better ways. The gangbangers warned him to take the camera out of his window. The gangbangers suggested the staff sergeant didn't know who he was dealing with. The staff sergeant suggested the gangbangers didn't know who they were dealing with.
And this is another thing, bro. Like all the military rank in the world, bro, it don't mean nothing in the civilian world. Like you don't have no authority or like none of that is relevant to the civilian world. You know what I'm talking about? It's only on base, on deployment when you in that world. Outside in the regular world, you can say I'm a staff sergeant, but okay, what do they mean to a civilian? It don't mean nothing. You're not the police, like you just military, but like unless you like National Guard on a in the street mission or something, like, bro, what is you doing? Leave them people alone.
They then told him, "Your history, bitch," and told him they were going to burn his house down and light him up as soon as the sun goes down. Folk decided to walk away, and before he returned to his home, he overheard one of the Crips stating, "I'm going to shoot that army son of a bitch." Folk
that don't even sound right, bro. Like, what? he walked away, and man,
why you didn't call the police?
Yeah, like
it's an echo on that, bro.
There's an echo on there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because it's coming through my speakers. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, try to take it off the speaker, I guess. Or I don't know.
Nah, I could go into the. I guess
or cut it down just a little bit, maybe.
Go into the sound settings because they got like. Oh no, I got echo cancellation on. I So I don't know why I would still be going there. All right, let's try again. Let me know if it's still like that.
Inside his house, he picked up his telephone, called some more of his Ranger buddies from the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and invited them over for a barbecue, suggesting it wouldn't hurt if they came armed. With translation, bring your own bullets. Hey guys, let's have a barbecue. Okay, well, yeah, what are we going to smoke? Just some Crips. Including the few Rangers who were already at the barbecue and the Rangers called, the total of Rangers grew to 15. Folk told them to bring personal weapons and whatever else they had. They came armed to the teeth with handguns, shotguns, and rifles. Folk was armed with a Browning 9mm and a Colt Python 357 Magnum. Fucking Magnum. Who's the gangster now, bitch? Over a couple beers, Folk pitched to his buddies a defense.
Hold on. You heard it? You heard it?
Yeah.
You heard it? Did you catch it?
Yeah.
You catch it?
This Buddy low key, I feel like I didn't want to say it, but Buddy
he got like, triggered. He feel like
he on some racist stuff. Like who's the gangster?
Yeah.
Like you mad? You mad about something? Like come on, bro. Like, what you?
Who's the gangster now, bro?
Who the gangster? Relax, fool.
Defensive operation of his home. Stake out locations and wait. No first moves. If police come, disarm immediately, cooperate, and assist. And all of his buddies joyfully agreed and were fucking down. They thought maybe nothing will happen, but if it does, zero tolerance for dudes shooting gats and smoking Swisher Sweets. As the sun went down, the Rangers dispersed.
Alright. Buddy steady taking shot after shot. Like, what's next? He gonna say they eating some chicken? Like, come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like Omarion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah, bro. But we gonna finish this thing out. Like, we gotta move on and find some real footage.
Burst into their defensive positions, alert and observant of any and all activity inside and outside the perimeter of the house. A few hours had passed as the Rangers held their positions. One Ranger observed a vehicle approaching in the distance at a slow rate of speed, at which point the vehicle shut off its headlights. Folk, with his Magnum in hand, returned the favor and turned out the lights in his house and in the yard. At 9:20 p.m., as the vehicle approached, someone within the vehicle fired a shot into the air. The house was now taking fire from the rear, where according...
Okay, so somebody shot in the air, so now y'all that's free reign to just shoot at them.
Man, I don't believe none of this shit.
Yeah, this sounded like some cap, bro. So they gonna do a drive-by and shoot in the air, bro. Right. This don't sound right.
And they saying they came
police
up from behind too. So
Yeah, nah, this ain't adding up.
reports, small caliber automatic gunfire was heard. The Rangers opened a shit ton of fire.
So they would
So did
just
the
wait,
Hilltop.
like they would just wait. Like they just wanted this. They wanted smoke. Like you came on it. Let me find. Oh, it's a drug crip block over here. Let me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy a house over here and just set up shop and bring all my Army Rangers up. What? What are y'all doing?
wow.
One of the Rangers, William Edwards, was posted on the front porch. When the shooting started, he hit the ground as a bullet slammed into the wall beside him. He and other Rangers returned fire, seeing figures running amongst parked cars on the other side of the street. Ranger Russell
Hold on,
Nolte
what you mean
posted in the
return
back.
fire? You already admitted that they sent the first shots at them. So you can't say return fire. You already admitted it. You said they was putting on the street that they been on before old buddy been and shot in the air. You said that. So how they returning fire? You said after they shot in the air, the Army Rangers started shooting
You
at
say
you.
after y'all shot in the air and we shooting at y'all. So y'all we returning that fire that you fired in the air.
Yeah, like nah.
Taking
man.
fire from the rear, where according to police reports, small caliber automatic gunfire was heard. At 9:20 p.m., as the vehicle approached, someone within the vehicle fired a shot into the air.
Into the air.
The house was now taking fire from the rear, where according to police reports, small caliber automatic gunfire was heard. The Rangers opened a shit ton of fire, but so did the Hilltop Crips. One of the Rangers, William Edwards, was posted on the front porch. When the shooting started, he hit the ground as a bullet slammed into the wall beside him. He and other Rangers returned fire, seeing figures running amongst parked cars on the other side of the street. Ranger Russell Nolte, posted in the backyard, crawled forward as a shot hit the back of the house 3 feet over his head. Ranger Burr Settles was posted upstairs by the infamous controversial fucking video camera as a shot came through the window. The bullet grazed his head and he received multiple lacerations on his face from the shattered glass. Numerous muzzle flashes were now seen from the east. There were at least 16 shooters in 3 different locations. The Rangers again returned fire, while outside the assailants took cover amongst the parked cars, shooting over their shoulders, ducking down, shooting blindly. You know, stupid shit like that, like gangsters do. At this time, a neighbor taking cover.
Nah, see.
What you gotta? What happened, man? Somebody slapped you up. Somebody gave you a wedgie.
And like some
You got what happened, man? You was drunk one night and you ran up on somebody and then they just slapped you or what's up, man? What happened, man?
You got spit on by some gangsters or something, bro. Like you take it way.
I mean, look, and it don't got to be a gangster because obviously you see the people that he pulling up as far as who he think is gangster. So
yeah, like he probably just assuming anybody with a beanie on is a gangster or something.
A backwards hat. Oh, he jacked me up, so he's a gangster.
Yeah, this guy, something ain't right with him.
On her kitchen floor, dialed 911. And just like the famous Wild West shootout at the OK Corral, it was over in minutes. 10 minutes, to be exact. The first police car came down the middle of the street, cherries and berries on, with his siren blaring. The Rangers dropped their weapons, but as that first patrol car arrived on scene, one of the Hilltop Crip gang members popped a round off, sending the patrol car reversing out of the scene so quickly, smoke was seen coming from the rear tires. Officers in the car reported hearing 50 to 60 shots in less than 1 minute. Shortly after, more cops pulled into the block and the gangbangers ran.
Was they supposed to stay?
Man, this is from what I hear, this is some Trayvon Martin. This is the same situation. They was just standing their ground.
Man, we gonna see. We about to see. Cause I gotta hear somebody from the Hilton side, bro. I mean Hilltop side, bro. It's some holes to this story. just feel like Stranger Things or something.
Because that's probably where they got the music from.
The unarmed staff sergeant walked out the back door to his driveway, and
shout out to the real ones in Washington. You know what I'm saying? I've been around a couple of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. They better locked up every single white boy because they didn't call the police whenever everything happened.
We about to see, bro. We about to see.
Behind his house, he felt someone behind and didn't fight. A hand shoved his head down, and a voice ordered him to the ground. One gang member by the name of Frankie Strickland was cornered by a police canine and found to be in possession of 16 rounds of 9mm. He said he was holding them for a friend, but couldn't remember the friend's name. You know, like a fucking liar. He also said the same thing about the pistol he was carrying. It was
okay. Was he supposed to just say, "Yeah, police, this is my"? Huh? Wait.
For a friend. Another suspect was carrying copper-headed rounds for a gas gun. Once the situation was under control and the officers learned about the Rangers' defensive operation, the responding sergeant of the Tacoma Police Department wasn't too happy about it. He lectured Folk and the other Rangers for not calling the police for assistance until shots were fired, and felt that the situation may have been avoided by calling 911 prior to the shooting getting started. Out of what was quite possibly a 35-man gunfight with over 300 rounds shot in the dark, no one was reported to be killed or injured. For 20 years, the official version.
Wait. So you telling me you did a whole documentary on this?
Boo to the Rangers. Y'all have all that training and y'all didn't hit nothing. All that tactical training, all that y'all went. Sounds like y'all was on some hillbillies, and that's what.